You talking about like teams being good or?
Yeah, being good and shit like that. Like I feel like
I ain't been to a West Georgia game. Georgia Southern, them niggas is trash.
No, I'm not talking about
All-in UGA. Y'all straight.
I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about high school though. Growing up in high school, like even like I hit Milton and College Hill. Oh, those are like ain't no team for the South or nothing.
Bring the mic. Oh, you good?
I don't know what you talking about.
No, I know
Georgia football
compared.
I'm saying, like as far as like comparing wise, like the teams y'all played out here and everything. You know what I mean?
I think it depends on how you look at. Like, I mean, like honestly, when you think about it, kind of, I don't know too much past like the 2000s or whatever, but in general, it's always been kind of like northern-ish schools, like dominated. You would have like the dominant like South Georgia schools, but
like Colquitt.
Yeah, like Colquitt, Valdosta, Lowndes, but
always
yeah,
and McEachern and shit like that. Well, where's McEachern?
McEachern kind of like where is that at? That's not South. That's
South, okay.
Yeah, but even them Southern schools, it's just different because like they kind of play each other. Like Colquitt, they was in like this is the last year 7A, but like 7A, the only South Georgia school that really was good in 7A was like Camden County and Colquitt County, but it's not a lot. It's just different because the Southern schools be like in the lower like classifications with less people for the most part. But I mean, I feel like Gwinnett always been good. Like North Fulton being good, that's like a new thing. Like Milton and Roswell, that's
what I'm saying. Like I'm starting to see them. Like
that's
my years coming out here, like those schools really weren't talked about.
They
but
sucked.
Like,
yeah, they was horrible.
Now over the years, I've seen Roswell, Milton, and State and everything. It's just like, damn, like
it's slowly more people starting to move out there.
Yeah,
there's more people moving, and then it's
evolved. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah. Like, how is it like with high school football evolving and everything? Because even like you said, y'all had reached State, and then shit, y'all ran the Travis.
It's like, I don't know. It's crazy because I don't know why it's like that. It might be because of, I will say like nowadays if you really on and you got people from your school going to college and stuff, you just going to track transfers. Like everybody seem to have this misconceptions that like all these schools up there they just be recruiting blah blah blah. Like it's not even like that. Like truthfully, because that's how me and my boy transferred there together. But we was coming from Tucker. So it's like when our coach left, we was like, damn, like they hired this one dude in. He wasn't talking about nothing. He didn't know what he was doing recruiting wise. So it's like we trying to get to the next level, but obviously if we stay where we was at, probably wasn't gonna happen, or to the extent that it did at least. Like, and if you gonna move somewhere, then you gonna want to move somewhere you see players already got, a little bit of yeah. But how it came that way, I don't even know. If I had to guess, it might be from basketball. Because I know we had a lot of, like Milton basketball they've been like good. Like, I mean, they won state like the year I transferred in there. They won state in like the 2010, 2011 or something like that. So I know a lot of them dudes, they'll transfer in like for basketball and they just be freak athletes. So they go on the football team and then, help the football team get better that way. But yeah, it is kind of new. You're right. Like they used to be horrible.
No, Gwinnett always branched.
No, I know Gwinnett has always been good.
Gwinnett always been good.
We moved out here. Gwinnett
has been good, but like I've started to see them other counties, other schools, like like he just said, Roswell and everything. But it's shit. People to transfer, like he said, they transferred to that school. You had your friend. He transferred from Peachtree Ridge to North. So
oh yeah, my boy Jaden. He had to.
They kind of got similar stories. Like that's
crazy,
what it sounds.
But he had to sit out his junior year though.
Damn, they got him. They tried to say
no because one of the coaches had left.
Snitch.
Yeah, no, he left and he went to North Gwinnett, and then Jaden went as well. So it's kind
so
of like
that's illegal. Yeah, I think that's illegal.
It's kind of like you follow the coach, but it's like, man, our old high school cousin, it was a hoe and everything. So like, it's kind of like he snitched on him because at first like they didn't even know about it.
Yeah,
that shit happened to my boy Jaden and my boy Mario. They both had to sit out their junior year of football because of that shit.
They got a lot. I think with the transfers too, they got a lot looser with that. Like they not really. Mm-hmm. They have made people sit out in recent years, but it's not like.
I mean, it's just NIL deals now. Like
yeah,
people are getting paid in high school now to play sports.
So they're not gonna sit here and just like regulate it like crazy. Yeah. That's how like it would be stupid for them too. Like just let people play, and you messing with folks' college career at that point. Like,
was you still in high school when NIL became a thing, or you had just got to college?
I just got there. I remember it was gonna become a thing. Or no. I was in high school. It was my when they like legalized it in NCAA, it was that June of my senior year. Because I remember I went on a visit to, it was Kansas State I went on a visit to, and they had a whole thing like about NIL opening up. Like they had a whole like plan. A lot of schools had just had they had just like dropped a whole plan for it for the athletes, because it was like, especially back then, because it was no type of, well, it's still no regulation, but it was like a free for all basically.
Yeah.
So every school was just trying to hop on it in some way.
Okay.
But it was like, compared to then, it's like night and day, like night and day. And so that's only been like 2 years.
Damn, bro. This NIL shit really didn't change.
I feel like it's for the better or for the worse.
Yeah.
I think it's for the better. That's just me though, because like,
Yeah, y'all getting, bro. Y'all college athletes should have been getting paid, bro. We all know that, bro.
that's what I'm saying. And then you have coaches, like, if you a coach and you can go from school to school, you getting millions of dollars, and coaches can leave willy-nilly and just, like, out of nowhere, just be gone and make decisions for their own career. I don't see how it's wrong for players to do the same thing. Like, I don't get it. Like, the time and effort you put into it, to me, it's crazy to not, like, to me, it's crazy to be, like, against players getting their bread. I don't get it.
It's like you out there working every day, 365.
Yeah.
Football's your life.
And you still in school.
He
Still in school.
I mean, but like, how can you expect a Division I athlete like yourself who wakes up at 6 a.m. working out to work a job so you're not working a job?
Exactly.
So where's the money coming from?
I'm at practice 3-4 hours a day. Now I gotta go to class. Gotta do homework.
It's either your parents is providing it or you're doing something else, or
Yeah.
you're just trying to focus on school.
I'm gonna
like,
say
but-
this. I'm gonna say this, and we can start the show, bro. Like it kind of do go both ways though, because what I'm trying to say is, bro, like I'm tired of seeing, no disrespect or anything towards you, Brandon, but I'm tired of seeing a fucking third string quarterback come in the building and then they want to transfer out too.
I agree though. I agree.
How do you build a team? How do you build chemistry if everybody wants to if they chasing the bag and everything? That's what my biggest thing is nowadays. Like football is built up on camaraderie and off-season grind and working out and working your way up through shit. Now people is like, shit, all right, I ain't starting, I ain't playing, I ain't getting no money. What the hell? This I'm gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that may be the downside of football, and that's why the college football greats, like, you know what I'm saying, Nick Saban and all these other people, they don't really want to put up with that shit in coaching.
I feel, because to me it's like, while I agree in principle, like it's a good thing. It's better than nothing. That's what I say. To me, it's like I'd rather have players getting fairly compensated, because we get like scholarship checks, and that's like differs based on city or whatnot. But it's not like it's good enough to sustain yourself. You just not sitting there broke like eating ramen noodles. But at the same time, it's not realistically in terms of the revenue, especially that certain players generate. Like it's not even close to what they get. So I think that's fair. But like, I will say I don't think it can go on like the way it is now. Like it's just it has gotten out of hand to me.
It needs
like,
some type of regulation.
Yeah, but it's not. It's really not even because of the money itself. It's because of the people involved. Like you were saying, like you got people like you've done nothing, and then you're sitting here walking in your coach's office asking for this amount of money, this and that. Like you haven't done anything. So it's like the fact that people could even leverage that is crazy when you've done nothing.
You have nothing to show for it.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's
You
crazy.
don't got no
to me.
stats.
Yeah, like
Go work on your game.
All right, though, man. Let's start the show, man.
You guys wanna go see a dead body?
What episode is this?
33.
Episode 33. All right, man. Episode 33, All-in-1. Welcome back home. And today you got me, your host T-Roy, my two co-hosts, my bro Tyrese, and my other co-host, my boy CD. Come on, man.
Who we got on today?
Who we got on today? We got Big Dog in, man. We got Brandon Best, man.
Big
Come
walk
on,
dog.
man.
Okay.
what up?
Come
Yes,
on,
sir.
6'3", 300 pounds. You know, former 3-star prospect out of Rivals, offensive guard at the University of Georgia Tech. Welcome on, brother. Pleasure to have you. Appreciate you coming on, bro. Appreciate you coming
y'all for
on,
real.
man.
Good to be here.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I know we was kind of like talking before we had got on camera and everything. Just we kind of was asking you like, how is the life, being in the city, on the school at Tech and everything.
Yeah, to me it's like the best of both worlds, because you got some people that's gonna like the college type environment, and then some people like me, I kind of prefer to just being in the city. Obviously, it's a little different because I'm from here. I grew up here, so it's like you have that level of familiarity already. But to me, especially when you're older and then you get to kind of navigate stuff yourself, just go wherever in the city, like try out new places, ride around, figure stuff out. Like it's awesome to me. Like having that balance, being able to go kind of wherever you're not confined to campus. You got places to go outside the city. Then of course I'm like 25, 30 minutes from home, so I could always go home. Like it's my situation, especially. It's perfect. It's like the perfect balance.
Yeah, it's kind of like you can dip off and dip back, come back,
Yeah.
the campus and everything. That's kind of dope. How the traffic go? The traffic ain't messing with, they don't get to you at time. I know that traffic over there in that area right there, Brandon, it can be.
That
hectic.
I-75 right there.
Right there.
14th Street through 17th Street. I know where I'm talking about.
That's actually my exit when I go home, like from coming on 85 South. So like it's
hell no.
I will say I think it's a little bit better in Midtown versus like if you like state. I feel like that's even worse because going through like really going through downtown 85. That's where I think the traffic is like crazy. Yeah, that curve, like that's where that traffic get crazy at. But it get bad on some days, but it's manageable. Like I go to like if I'm going to like training or something, when I train up in like Milton or whatever, like that traffic, you got a little bit of traffic like going kind of leaving 85 North, but it's manageable. That's what I say. Then again, I'm from here, so like
You know how to get.
Yeah.
You know what time to leave.
Exactly.
You know what time to leave.
Yeah.
You're not gonna leave
You
at
know all the ins and
5:30 on a Friday.
If you need
At
to be
all.
somewhere by 6, you gotta leave at 3. All right? Like, come on.
I'm either getting there at 3 or I'm not coming.
Yeah. Come on now.
You said Milton and everything. Talk about your upbringing though, and how was it? You say you transferred too off camera, so you transferred from like Tucker and then you went to Milton. How was it going to school at Milton and everything?
So in terms of going, I mean, it's kind of crazy talking about it because like my senior year was, I really say it was, well not, I mean that's just how it is. I only had 2 years of high school. I was really in school for real because I was in like COVID hit my sophomore year. So like my freshman year, regular school year, my sophomore year, like I remember it was like that February before everything started to shut down. Like my chemistry teacher or something, he had like brought it up like as a joke, and I don't think anybody kind of like really knew it was coming. Then like that, I think it was like a March or something like that, like a month later, everything shut down. So the way it was in the cab was probably the strictest county on COVID. So like my whole sophomore year or like that end of that sophomore year was done, like had to be online. My entire junior year had to be online. Like it wasn't no option. It was like strictly online. So I was in the house for like over a year. So yeah.
How did
As a
football
high
work
school,
with that?
as a high school athlete, just in
I might say,
How did football work?
yeah,
with
I
that?
did football
So
work with that.
going to my junior year, it was like they shut us down. We didn't have no off-season workouts, no nothing. Now we get to, I think it was summer. They would let us lift, but we had to come in like 5 different groups, wear a mask the whole time. Like it was a mess. But like at the end of the day, we ended up getting to play. I think our season started like October. So we ended up playing, I think, 8 games that whole year. Like, I got my first offer, I think, before like the beginning of my junior year season, and then played through.
I don't mean to cut y'all. That was the year y'all went to state.
No, this is I'm talking about my junior year at Tucker.
Okay.
So that's coming off of COVID. Then
I just want the viewers to know what you talking about. But
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
So this was 2020, that season, and then I'm got a few offers, played through my junior year. Then my coach had left at the end of the year. He went to another school, and my kind of big thing was trying to get to that next level in terms of like who was looking at me. I remember I had like some Ivy League schools. I had like State, like some smaller, FBS schools, but I was obviously dreaming bigger at that point. So yeah, I had transferred to Milton. Knew some people there already. Of course, they pretty high-powered program, like had 4 stars, 5 stars in the squad. So I went to go join there, kind of helped me get better looks, and yeah, it all started from there basically.
What was that feeling like receiving your first offer?
It was crazy. I forgot where I was going, but I remember I was leaving to go. So I think I was leaving to go out of town somewhere actually, and it was Coastal Carolina, and I've been getting some like DMs from coaches, but in the recruiting game, kind of especially early, you're gonna get a lot of like DMs and coaches just talking to you, blah blah blah, before they offer, kind of establishing that rapport. And I remember like the day or two before, like the whole coaching staff started like talking to me, hitting me up, and we're about to leave, like to go out of town somewhere. Like I'm sitting, I got my stuff packed up, and I get a DM from this coach on Twitter, and he's like, just hit my phone, like just let's chat real quick, blah blah blah. So he called me, and then he's like out of nowhere, basically he offered. He's like, you gotta offer to Coastal Carolina, and it was like, it was so surreal because it was like literally out of nowhere. I wasn't really expecting it, but when he told me, it was just like, I was excited, but it was about the offer itself. But at the same time, it's like, once you like in recruiting, once you get that first one, then it's like,
Oh yeah, it's
You know your worth.
It's a
Like,
spin,
like,
bro.
you know,
like
like,
once you
all
get
right,
that
cool.
first one, then it's you know how I was about to go from there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Damn, that's what's up, bro. All right, no, that's a surreal feeling for you and the family.
How did you overcome that mountain of no playing time, only 2 years of high school? The boy still got offers.
You
Yeah,
had to make your time valuable. You know,
yeah.
work with what you had to work with, bro. Like a lot of y'all, have a lot of time. Even the college kids too.
And them grades too.
The grades, and that's a big thing. You had to stay on your grades too.
Yeah, that actually ended up helping me a lot, I think, in terms of because I played through my sophomore year. That was like my first year on varsity, playing through sophomore year, and then I got the offer from Coastal Carolina, and then I got some other smaller schools, but a lot of those like Ivy League schools. Like I got an offer from Dartmouth and I think one other Ivy, I forgot, but it was like having those grades allowed me to be kind of recruited and looked at in a whole different way that a lot of people like getting offers from those lower level schools. You know, you're gonna get the
JUCOs.
not even necessarily JUCOs, but just like lower, like Sunbelt, like
Double
Georgia
A,
State,
yeah.
Troy, like schools like that. But
American
then
Conference.
once you bring the grades into the equation, you got Ivy League schools that can look at you now, and then that's just, it gives you options basically. Like obviously my option, Georgia Tech, ended up being kind of the best of both worlds because those schools are like almost solely known for academics, but having those options and then also just the more offers you get, like I said, it's kind of increases your profile a little bit. So like everything really gotta come together.
Best of both worlds. Tech is the best of both worlds. You got the #1 school in the country, and you still looked at as one of the best football teams in the country too.
At least in
Every
the
year.
ACC for sure.
In the ACC, you got some big time legends that came out of there.
Oh yeah.
Calvin Johnson, Megatron, and everything. Like, yeah, I know y'all be motivated to go up there and play.
I say, were you telling us Calvin Johnson came in there, y'all first game? Of
Yeah,
the season?
it was pregame before we played Louisville. We chilling, locking in. It's like 20 minutes before the game start, and then you just start coming and dapping people up, and it's like I was saying, it's crazy. You like that's really like Calvin Johnson, but at the same time, it's like you
gotta lock in for
you
the
gotta
game.
you gotta like be focused and still in the moment. But it's just stuff like that. Like the higher level you go in football, like you get to like see these people that have done like crazy things, but it's weird to say, but it's like the higher level you go, it's like they're not that they're not heroes, but you look at them differently almost. Like you start to see them not more as like this like superhuman being, but it's like
A peer.
yeah, like you really like
I'm finna be in this
yeah,
avenue too. Like
I'm really finna be where you at. Yeah.
I was about to say, you see that all the time. It's like, damn, like you went from watching this person your whole life growing up and everything, but then I was just like, I'm not on the same level as you, but it's
You
like
right
I'm
there.
there. I'm
Yeah.
getting there though.
It's important that you have
Yeah.
that though. A lot of people don't. Not everybody has that mindset. So you to have that is like a set of confidence that sets you apart. That's gonna make you be successful. Because it's almost like a little bit competitiveness. It's like you had 2,000 yards. I'm finna have 2,000 yards. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also want to touch on how was it getting able to leave Tucker and go to the 7A state championship game in 2021 and everything.
I'll just say in general, like my whole senior year, that was probably like one of the best times of my life. Like, especially being from a place where we had literally 3 straight years, freshman, sophomore, junior, like lost in the first round. Then getting able to go on that whole run and like play 15 games, like playing 15 games in Georgia is like the biggest deal. I mean, it's crazy because like obviously other states, you still competitive, but like Georgia's like the state. So getting to do that in 7A was just like it was a blessing. Like just the people I met, teammates I had, like super close team. It was a great run. Like it was super fun. Played against some good people, obviously. Like I really can't say enough about it. That was just a really, really dope experience. Like, and I'm kind of still locked in with just like coaches there, like players there, old teammates. It's really family up there.
Y'all had fell short to Collins Hill and everything, but it seems like the journey there, it definitely got you battle tested and ready to be prepared for Georgia Tech and everything.
Oh yeah.
So that season, y'all played a full 15 season game and everything, and y'all ran into them. That ain't bad though.
What is not to cut you off,
Good,
what is ACC football like? Just playing against schools like Clemson, Louisville, Florida State, all that stuff. Like, what is that like? Because I look at the ACC kind of like to be right below the SEC. Like, not even right below, but it's like SEC is the #1 main football conference. I look at the ACC be like the next conference right below the SEC. At least that's how I look at it.
See, I got to put on for my conference, but I will say like, I feel like the ACC probably gets kind of the most disrespect out of all the conferences. Like just hearing like people talk about it, like pundits talk about it, and it's crazy because like if you look in terms of like bowl matchups for like entire conferences, like ACC is always up there. Like you play, like you get an ACC school and an SEC school game in a bowl game, like ACC school gonna win that game a lot of the time. So it's like to me, it's like I get the kind of default view as SEC is that big dog conference. Like, you know, I understand it, but at the same time, it's like you really got dogs in all conferences, like truly. So I think you got to have like that same approach. Like when you play at SEC school, you know, we play like Georgia every year. That's like our big rivalry. So like you can't even look at it like that, especially from like a competitive standpoint. It's like you really got to go strap it up and you playing whoever. Like we played Ole Miss this last season. I could probably speak for the whole team when I say we feel like we should have won that game, like for sure. Like if you watch that game, we
definitely got better this year.
Yeah, and when we had them
play this year, y'all was definitely a way different team this year.
We play Ole Miss. I remember it was 10-3 at half, but we had gone down there. We gone down to like the 10-yard line, like 3 or 4 times in that game. We had a field goal blocked, and we had a drop touchdown on 4th and goal. So we was this close from being up 2 possessions on Ole Miss going into halftime, and the energy we felt and the way we was feeling on that game day, like if we had took care of business in the first half, we would have beat Ole Miss on the road. So it's like I feel like you just gotta remember that every single conference, like they all got dogs for real. Like, and when it come down to, you know, any given Saturday, like you never know what could happen. So
I wanted to ask you, did you feel like, to speak on, you kind of feel like y'all was, the ACC conference is disrespected, and to touch on that, like, you know how everything panned out with the college football playoff this year.
Yeah.
And with Florida State, with them being in the ACC and they being undefeated, do you feel like that's like a slight of disrespect towards the whole conference?
I look at it from like a holistic like standpoint in terms of the entire conference. So I will say, like, as much as it was crazy for FSU to get beat like that, like, you know,
because y'all play Georgia every year, but I know they ain't had a team either.
Yeah, so it's like it's just different. Like that game was crazy. Like I don't know.
What is that shit with Georgia and Georgia Tech? Like what's that?
It's a rivalry. Like
yeah,
I know it's a rivalry, but it's like you know how that started and everything being at Tech now.
I forgot the story. It's some. I know it goes back to like. Obviously, it just kind of grew just out of being in state. Like they go back like over 100 years.
I remember like an hour apart.
I remember it got like really, like it got the true hate. Like it's called clean old fashioned hate. Like the true hate came from. It was like something that happened in like the 50s where like Georgia Tech had to leave the SEC. I don't know. Like I probably should know the full story, but it's going back to like the 50s and 60s. That's when it really became like heated. But yeah, for the FSU thing. I don't know. That game was just so crazy. Like that, I feel like that game was such a huge outlier. Like to be honest, because it was so many different circumstances. But even in terms of like the rest of the ACC, like in their bowl matchups. That's how I look at it, kind of like the entire conference, not just like the top 2 teams, because obviously it could be a year where like you got a team that's just that much better than everybody else. So obviously the best team from the ACC or the Big Ten or whatever might not compete to that one top team just because they're that much better than the rest of the competition. But that don't mean, to me at least, that don't mean like the rest of the conference compared to the same conference that big dog is in. Like it could still be pretty equal. So it depends on the given year. Like it depends on so many things. But yeah, that's what I would say. Like it's just so many circumstances that go into it. But to me, even with that game, like I still feel like the ACC definitely should get its flowers. Like just as a whole conference.
Yeah, definitely. Being at the school like Georgia Tech and everything, academics is big. You were on an all-academic team, I believe.
I say, boy, you're not just a
You
football
not just a
player now.
football
Don't
player.
get it twisted,
Like
Viewers.
like you very, very.
This brother
smart.
right here is smart.
Sir, appreciate
3.0,
it.
3.5, 4. What's your GPA?
I believe this is 3.4. I think.
Yeah.
I know for the all academic team, you got to be 3.5 in that semester.
Okay, in that
So,
semester, but
yeah.
you there and shit.
I
Like
say, bro, you basically there, bro.
that's big. How you
3.4
go
take.
like stay on top of your
3.4 it take is really a
At-
3.5.
like,
Everybody
yeah.
know. We can round up. We can round up.
We go around this shit. I'm glad for 3.5,
Round
man.
up.
That's a lot though. Like I feel like that is very challenging. And do you find that so challenging for yourself through the season? Like you trying to balance playing these big time other schools. Like it could be a week y'all getting ready to play Clemson and play UGA or play UGA and everything like that. But you
Yeah.
got all this. What's your major again?
Public policy.
Public policy. Yeah. So I know like that's something big. So you, to be doing and dealing with that type of homework throughout the week. You got to have a level of focus. Like you can't
Yeah.
really be partying and doing a whole bunch of stuff. I know you make real serious time to pull out for your academics and everything.
Like, you a real student athlete, not just a college athlete, but student athlete. Like,
Gotta be. Yeah, it's honestly, I kind of the way I see it, I just break it down to like the simplest of parts. Like number one, and I think this goes for any college. Like if you communicate or just work with your professor, like they're not gonna let you fail. I don't mean just like they're not gonna let you fail grade wise, but they're not gonna let you just fail in what you want to achieve for that course. Like, so to me, as long as you just number one, like do all the work, and then number two, like if you got anything that comes up, communicate with your professor. Like you already giving yourself a baseline at least to like 99% of classes you'll at least pass if you just do all the work on time and then communicate if anything comes up. But then in terms of just like you gotta figure out how to be resourceful, how to put your attention, you got a test in this one class and you got a 79 and that's really, the big class that you might be struggling with or whatever. You got another class you got a 98 in, like you got to figure out how to, all right, so I got a 98 in this class. I'm not finna sit here and put too much attention and resources when I got another class I could be devoting that to, because you only got so much time in a day, especially with our schedule. So you got to figure out that balance of how to use your resources, how to allocate your time, basically. But to me, once you do that, and I've always been a good student, but I definitely, especially like after my first semester being there, you definitely kind of got to build a baseline for yourself. And I think after that, most people at least will be somewhat successful. And then all the extra work and just, whatever, like I said, whatever extra work you got from there kind of takes you to that higher level outside of just passing. All right, now you're getting B's. Now you get an A in the course. Like,
that's
probably the biggest thing.
just the regular college kid at school.
Yeah.
How is it, like my brother's saying, how is it with the football schedule though? In season, you got a big game coming up, and then you dealing with all this academic wise, because like you said, you at Georgia Tech, that's a big stepping stone.
Like yeah,
for sure.
you're leaving Death Valley late at night and you got
Feel me?
homework
Like,
due the next day. Like I was just on
That's
ESPN.
real.
Like
That's real.
It's real. Like them
I'm
fans
not
be
doing
waiting
no
on y'all.
I'm not doing no damn homework. I just left
Like,
Death Valley.
I remember last year. I think like Duke had beat like Notre Dame or something, and the quarterback was like,
He's a professor.
Yeah, like, hey, professor.
Please give me the extension.
Please give me this assignment off. The professor replied to him on Twitter.
No.
You don't get this.
He said, he said, great win. However, I will not be giving you extra time.
I will not be giving, like, how is that, bro? Like, being a true student athlete, like, bro, I know that's a lot of work. And then you still try to live your college life as well, because you still young and everything as well. So you still try to have a life. Still want to keep your GPA high, your grades high, and then you still want to perform on the field. And then you still gotta have time for family as well. Like, that's a lot put into like one circle when you start to think about everything at one time.
It's really like with the allocation of time, like that really is the biggest thing. Like, I'm the type of person where I try to like really plan out what I'm doing with whatever extra spare time I have. So like, that's kind of how, especially during the season, how I get that balance. Like, I got this time devoted to whatever football stuff I'm doing, and then like, let's say I'm trying to, be prepared for a game on Saturday. So I'm doing all my film study, like after class and whatnot, getting that down, studying just football stuff, like myself, the other team, whatever. But then in terms of like school, all right, during season, I got 3 classes. I got a 12:30, depending on, the class might come a little easy to me. So I'm gonna spend that time during the lecture trying to figure out what type of work I can do for that next class, like getting homework done throughout the day. Like literally using every single time, like all the time I got, like that I could probably be doing other work in, I'm gonna try to get it done. Like that's probably helped me a lot. I've been doing that since high school, honestly. Like if I got free time in a class or whatever, or like professor just talking on a lecture, I already got the notes down. Like I'm gonna do homework in another class, I'm gonna study for this other class. Like making sure I kind of fit in what little time I have, like within each other, like that helps a lot. Like trying to do stuff, multitasking basically. Like that's probably been the biggest thing. And the more you do it, honestly, like just the more natural it becomes. Like you kind of get, I know for a lot of people, it's hard for them to focus on like one thing when they're multitasking. But to me, the more you do it, like you kind of get used to that chaos almost, just trying to figure out how you're gonna do this, and this, and you got a short deadline to do it, and you got practice in the morning. You got to go to sleep. Like I said, it was a little bit of an adjustment like my freshman year, but once you start really getting in that rhythm, especially like figuring out a plan during the season, like you're gonna be good.
No, I definitely wanted to touch on that, because even reaching out to you, trying to get you on the show, I just want to say, commend you. You seem like a very like coordinated plan, brother. Like, I just want y'all to know, when I was reaching out to get him on the show and the viewers to know, we was reaching out, I was like, hey, yo, bro, we shoot Tuesday late at night, we shoot Sunday in the daytime. Bro said off the rip, Tuesday night cannot happen. Like, I focused on grades, I got to do homework, got to be up for school the next day, and that's big. Like, you probably are the first college athlete we've had on, like, here not doing a break. Like, the last couple athletes we had on, like, they're either out of school or they're on break. So I know you're, like, not on break right now, but you actually still in the year with school and everything. So I just wanted to commend you on that, because I was like, that's big. Like, I ain't never heard nobody say that. Like, you was like, no, I got to be focused on school. I got to get my day started.
He said 12.
He said 12. He was like,
midnight.
A P5.
Midnight. Who coming to the studio at midnight?
Bro said, I got to get up my studies. I got to get my day started. I said, I respect the young man.
I got 2 workouts and a math test.
Yeah, that's good, though. That's real. That's real discipline you got to start at a young age, because you're setting that foundation for yourself as you're into your 20s and everything, going into your 30s, 40s and everything. Like, bro, you're going to be good, bro. You got a good head on your shoulders, bro. You guys keep going.
Yeah, I know you said tech, everything it has to offer, too. Like, you meet some great people there, cultured people and all the smart people there and everything. Even just being a student athlete, though, and being smart and everything. You know about Joshua Dawes, how he was in school.
Yeah, he got his PhD, right?
No, like he got his aerospace engineering degree. Yeah.
Aerospace,
Not to fly
aerospace.
planes and everything, but bro was finna go all the way with that until this past season, the quarterback situation that just got hurt. But yeah, man, definitely keep them grades and everything around. You never know where that could lead you.
Never know.
You had 11 offers in high school. I know we had talked about that and going to tech and everything. But Coach Key, how was it playing for Coach Key and everything?
It's crazy because like when we first got there, of course he was the O-line coach. So like position coach kind of has a whole different, not looseness, but like a whole different type of familiarity you know,
That's your everyday coach. You're
yeah,
close,
that's
close
yeah,
to him. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's yeah.
That's who you in meetings with and everything.
Every single day. So it's a different level of familiarity. But obviously we you know, he's very intense dude, like super detailed, very big on like teaching people how to do stuff, like I said, super detailed. But obviously we get to week 3 and then he becomes the head coach. So it was like a lot of turnover. I remember we had our GA kind of took over a little bit somewhat with the O-line duties. He would kind of come in and out a little bit, trying to juggle that because obviously that was an interim situation.
You said
so
GA?
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
Graduate assistant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
So yeah, our grad assistant for the O-line, he kind of ended up taking over that full-time role-ish to
Because
end
Coach
the
had,
season out.
Coach
Yeah,
had more
because he had to, you know, bounce back and forth between trying to make sure we were straight and then, you know, making sure he had his head coach duties and whatnot. So yeah, that was kind of like, I guess, a lot to handle for our freshman year. But like this past year with him already being the head coach, like it's a lot different level of familiarity because like we had a new O-line coach, so you with a different person, you know, every single day. But you know, still the same level of intensity and attention to detail. I'll definitely say he's kept as the head coach. Like, you know, I think that's you kind of have to as a head coach. Like that's one thing you cannot lose. Like if anything, you got to ratchet up and you become the head coach. Like you got to really be locked into the moment for not just the O-line but for the entire team. And he's definitely kept that. So yeah.
Well, Brandon, as you know, man, game is won in the trenches, man. So it seems like y'all got a good leader on y'all shoulder, man. Because, you know, if he leading the O-line, you know, that's where the game is won. And they obviously seen something in him to go with him to make him the man and everything. But shout out to y'all. I feel like y'all going to do some big things this upcoming year. For real.
I'm excited, like truly, especially like offensively. We got mostly everybody coming back. Last year, kind of first year in the system, still one of the best offenses in the country. But now we kind of got that self-scout, you know, knowing what we're good at, knowing what we don't do so well, being able to work on that. I'm more than excited. Like
It's gonna be a good season for y'all.
We ready.
We should be up there this year.
Okay. I want to ask a question. Talk about your upbringing in your household to be able to have a high GPA and go to Georgia Tech and everything. Talk about what type of parents you have and everything, like the people you have in your corner every day, how they built you and everything to become the man that you are today, or the man that you're still becoming. Like, how was that upbringing?
My family's definitely like just the number one kind of thing for me. So growing up, I mean, it's just I'm an only child, so it's just me, my mom, my dad. I know in terms of like grades and whatnot, like my mom's always been on me from that. Because
my dudes
especially
don't play.
especially because it's different when, you know, it's one thing you're just like a regular student, but like she already knew since, you know, I was born, like just how like smart I was. Like she kind of she always was super locked in on that. And you know, she was always like, since I was like 5-6 years old in school, making sure I was on top of grades and whatnot. And then just really both of my parents being there. Like my dad played college basketball, so he was an athlete himself. Like, you know, he had that insight. It's just a great combination, I guess, for me, honestly, having both insights of, you know, being an athlete and then having my mom stay on top of me for my grades, and then just all my other extended family, like just aunts, uncles, like.
Shout out Shonda.
Shout out for real.
Yeah, Shonda put this whole interview together and everything. We see you, Shonda. We appreciate you. All love.
Yeah, like her, my uncles and aunts, like my dad's side, just my mom's side too, just like that's one thing I will say I'm super blessed with, just having all my family. Like I've had so much family be, you know, invested into me growing up, and you know, people that I might not be blood related to, but like my football coaches from when I was a kid, like I'm still close with all of them. Like they supported me just with whatever I needed these last few years. So like I can't say enough about the people I've had around me. Like
you got a real solid foundation.
It's truly a blessing. Like
that's what's up.
I can't say enough. I'm so appreciative for all of them. Like for real.
Yeah, That's what's up, man. Shout out to the family, man.
Oh,
Gotta
the family.
definitely give the family their flowers too.
Oh yeah.
The family and your background, where you come up from, that tells a lot and builds the morals for what you being able to do. But I know you being the only child, I knew they wasn't gonna let your ass go far either. Like, yeah, you going right up the street. Yeah, we're gonna keep our eye on you and everything. But what else I want to say?
So it's about to be a big year for y'all, man. Sound like everything focusing. Y'all got a lot of people coming back for taking everything. Excited to see y'all.
Blocking for the running back, that running back code too.
Yeah. So what is your main goal going into this season coming up?
I always try to put my goals in kind of like, you know, like almost tiers. Like my number one goal mainly just is to like start every game like from the jump. My goal is to start all 12, 13, 14, 15 games we play, start all of them. That's kind of my biggest goal. And then of course with that just be on the All-ACC team, like for football, not for academics, like for football. That's kind of the two big ones right now, but you know, every day, everything I do right now is to make sure I'm starting every single game, like this upcoming season. So that's like my big focus. That's like everything right now, and yeah, everything after that, I feel like kind of just take care of itself. But
yeah, that's all gonna fall into place after that.
But,
It's just like you said, once you knock down that first objective, it's a domino effect. Everything else gonna fall into place.
I'm saying making sure I'm taking care of actually playing and knowing that, you know, I'm a solidified starter for every game. That's kind of my biggest goal. And then after that, kind of just start dreaming bigger and bigger.
So he asked you your personal goals, and you saying y'all got a lot of people returning and coming back. What's the overall team goal? I know in college it's to win, of course, but is it to win the ACC conference? Or are we trying to win the ACC conference? And it's
12-team playoff next year.
12-team playoff? Are y'all talking about that? Or is it just, let's just attack it, guys, one day at a time, and let's just focus on being us and trying to win the ACC conference?
I almost forgot about the whole playoff thing. I was just about to say that though. Like our biggest thing, like we said it from the jump. Our first team meeting, like coming into off-season workouts, like win the ACC. Is then, you know, it used to be now you have, it's like your conference championship aspirations and your national championship aspirations are almost like not separate, because most of the time you win, you get in, but you never know, like with Florida State. But
hey, that's a great point.
But now you know if you win the ACC, you get an automatic bid, so you know you got that shot. But
with 12 teams, man.
Yeah, that's our biggest team goal: win the ACC. And it's crazy because I don't know, a lot of people probably didn't notice it, but last year we played Louisville, first game of the season. We was up 28-13 at halftime, lost the lead, ended up losing that game. So we ended up finishing 5-3 in the ACC, and I think Louisville was 6-2. Or no, Louisville was like 6-1 or 7-1, and then Florida State was undefeated. So they went to the conference championship game. But if we had held on to that lead at Louisville, we 6-2, Louisville 6-2, we got the tiebreaker. We go into Charlotte. So
I'm about to say you think y'all playing Florida State instead
no,
of Louisville?
we are like we would have been that second team if we had held on to win that game. So, and then obviously with their situation, like that game could have gone to either team. I definitely feel like if we were in that game, we would be ACC champions right now. So it's like everybody knows it could be achieved. Like it's not any doubts. Like that's kind of the best thing since I've been here. At least one thing we've gotten better as a team, just like really knowing what we could do, like and really believing it. Like it's not you just going out there just to play hard or keep the game close. Like, you know, you going out every single game, like, and you know you can actually win it.
Yeah,
So,
y'all beat Miami this past year too, right?
Crazy
Game. That was a
game I think I ever been a part of.
Brian.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, my fault. We got a coworker that we work with, and he from Florida. He a big Miami fan. So
you all the time.
yeah, man, we gonna
Sorry
throw
to
that
do
down.
with y'all.
Hey man, we ain't got no harsh feelings towards
No,
you,
not
man.
towards Miami, but Brian.
But hey, I feel though to piggyback off what you just said though, Brandon. Like it is gonna be bro, the sky is the limit for y'all, because one, just to kind of go off the ACC conference and everything, like it's really has and changed. Like Florida State, all them dudes and left, they done transferred, going to the draft. All them dudes is gone, and then you got Clemson ain't the same no more. We know how people feel about playing for Dabo. And then, you know, Miami, they got some changes. They got the new quarterback coming from Washington State. So I feel like it will be wide open. I feel
It
like y'all
is,
may
for
have
sure.
the most returning people, like, in the best chemistry probably coming back into the ACC conference. So,
Hey man, y'all heard it here first, man. Watch out for Georgia Tech this year, man. All
hey,
in one,
I
man.
really could see y'all doing something, making some noise this year, because
12-team
that
playoff.
conference is open.
I think
Wide open. Yeah, we
Pause.
we know it too. Like we really know it. So
Yeah,
every
that's
day we
good.
gonna get in and work.
I heard you.
Bro, I heard what you said.
You heard what I heard you try to talk over it and keep going and everything. You gotta watch this nigga, bro. This nigga right here,
Said,
he
pause is
knows.
great. I mean, yeah, nah, pause is great.
We already know
Pause is crazy.
when it comes to football, it's going to be a lot of pauses, man.
Another thing, Brandon, too, we've also starting to see. I know you don't. A kid like you would never do this, but we are starting to see, Brandon, like with the draft that just was about to come up and everything, and the season just ended. We seen a couple college athletes. They're getting caught up with this online gambling and hiding and getting people to like to gamble for the games for them and everything. Are y'all? What is the coaches like? Do they talk to y'all about this? Like, as far as like y'all shouldn't be doing this, or is it just an automatic given rule? Like, hey man, y'all know y'all ain't supposed to be gambling and betting, because one of these LSU receivers was betting on his line and everything. I know you play O line, so I
what's it
mean,
called? Yeah.
it's a little more different. But I'm saying, I know you wouldn't even go that route. But are they talking to y'all about that at the college campus and the university? Say like, y'all need to be more mindful. Don't even be betting. You can be in a lot of serious trouble. This is a violation. Like, are y'all talking about that at all?
I want to say we had I think we had a meeting like or it was like with our compliance people, and I think it was like in fall camp or something. They kind of go over all the rules.
Okay.
Like they just compliance people. They go through. So those are the people that handle like tickets and stuff. Like they handle all like kind of football stuff, but it's like the marketing side of football basically. So they kind of went through the rules on that. Like they went through the rules on a bunch of NCAA related stuff. So they touched on that. Like it wasn't like specific. Like they called us in, to just talk about that. But and like honestly, I don't think the coaches have even really touched on it, because it's kind of just like it's really just a given NCAA rule. So now I know it might be different, I guess, going forward, since it's kind of like making a resurgence, I guess. But like in terms of the coaches, like, or I guess people really emphasizing it. I think it's different though, because like for all these years it's been kind of a given rule, but now I think it's different, like moving forward for sure.
Prize picks
Prize
getting
Pick
niggas
moving
caught
forward,
up.
but I feel like it goes to attest to what we was just talking about too, though. Not everybody getting NIL money. People got to make money. They got to see. Like, I need money to make it around, be on campus, have extra money.
Fucking, I'm betting on myself.
What's up?
Over
Fucking
65 yards. Over 65 yards. I'm out there. Damn.
Grinding.
These niggas locking me up. Gonna lose my own money.
Gambling, is $23 billion industry, and it's 35% up more than last year, higher than last year. So yeah, with Prize Picks and all this other stuff like Movado, yeah, people taking it to another level.
Of course, gambling's
I
big.
I will say though, that like out of all this stuff, I guess coaches got to worry about during the week and whatnot. Like it's kind of hard to even think about that. So I guess they try to leave that to like compliance people and whatnot. Like I said, moving forward, like the bigger and bigger everything gets, I could definitely see like a bigger emphasis kind of being placed on it for sure. Like there's just such a huge industry.
I mean, one end, shit. I think you the only one in here who don't got Prize Picks on his phone.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, nigga,
Like-
I had to take a break from Prize Picks after the Super Bowl.
I mean, this shit got everybody in a chokehold, man. I mean, every day somebody dropping picks.
40
me.
What my dog told me off camera, he said 40 million Americans play sports bets this year. $245 billion was lost.
Yeah, I'm definitely in that 245 billion.
$245 billion was lost in gambling.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of y'all
That's
be
pressure.
posting the winnings and everything,
that's
but
pressure.
what are you
I can't
depositing?
even post the winnings because the L's come out more than the W. So it's like when I do win, I'm just. It's
And you
like
gotta
more of a-
post the wins, because if you lose every day, and then at the end of the week you post the win,
that one
I
random
love it.
W.
I
No,
need it.
Hold on, can
that's
we
fake
talk
kicking
about-
it. No.
Can we talk about like did you watch Super Bowl?
Yeah,
y'all know, of course
yeah.
you watched Super Bowl. We talked last week. One of the things that happened with the Super Bowl, y'all, was they had the game like that 0.5 half point over.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Shit. It only went to 47.
It don't- 47
The shit
half.
was 47.5.
Bro, it was only at 47, bro,
That
because
shit
they get that
rigged.
last, like when they score, like it was a walk-off touchdown. And like normally in football, when you score, you're supposed to kick that field goal. That field goal means, bro, so many people was literally fucked behind them scoring
That
that walk-off
0.5.
that 0.5, bro, Like that is crazy to me, bro. Like how that shit be adding up.
You gotta look at it like this: if they would have scored that .5, them niggas would have had to pay out all that money.
Yeah.
So they made that call. Hey, you niggas scored.
Hey,
just like change, like
just let them
mid-game?
bum rush the field.
Huh?
Hey, you could see it. It could possibly happen, bro. Like, cause yeah, a lot of people had that right at 47.5.
So did it change?
Nah,
Or you just talking about it's like cause
the
they didn't
the
get-
spread.
that was a
that's
projected
spread.
shit
That's
for
a
the
projected.
game,
So
yeah.
that's what they picked, and what it ended up being like they needed that extra point to go.
It was like I think it was 47 and a half
Yeah.
Then
over,
it was a walk off. So yeah, I see.
and it was
yeah,
only
I see what
47.
you're
So
saying.
then, yeah.
And on another note, speaking of the Super Bowl, you know the Chiefs they had they parade this week, and
Already?
yeah they had the parade.
Niggas just
The
won.
parade is always like 2-3 days.
2 days
Oh,
after you win,
oh,
like we gotta celebrate because everybody finna get ready to go out of town and go to Cancun, literally. But
Go meet up with everybody else.
man,
Yeah, because everybody else
one person was killed. One person was killed though, y'all.
What?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
the parade.
I saw that. One
22
person was
shot.
killed.
22 was wounded in shooting. 3 suspects was detained. Half of the victims, more than half of the victims, was under 16 too. Somebody was telling me though, like KC is really like that. Apparently, I didn't know that. My bad, KC. But somebody was like, bro, KC is really. Brian was telling me that actually. He was like, bro, Kansas City, like they really own that out there. I was like, bro, I would never know. I was like, I thought it was so damn cold, seeing them damn cold ass games out
You
there.
wouldn't even want to get into it with
Exactly,
with
bro,
somebody
like-
out there. Hey man, it's too
One
cold.
thing I say is cities with nothing to do,
It's always gonna be something to get into.
them
What
niggas
you
be
talking
on
about?
that.
But 3 Super Bowls in 5 years, you'd think they'd be happy, be outside, like. But they said it was an altercation that spanned out, you know.
I think they was all kids too. They was all juveniles that got arrested. I want to
Everybody-
say.
It was a nigga
It
moment.
was a juvenile that shot up that stuff
Bro,
like
I
that.
think either 2 of them or all of them was juveniles.
It was all kids, bro, and they shot up the event, bro. Like,
Cause you know what? Cause I don't know if it was like they got into an altercation, they just kind of went crazy and lost it, or it was like they was shooting at each other and then they like.
I
you
can't
know
see
what
no
happened?
grown person be out there
Them young
shooting.
niggas with them switches.
Just some switches just shooting people and everything. But I can't see no older person being out there knowing his kids out there shooting, because there had to be some stuff with some kids. Because at first I'm
'Cause
just
I'm
thinking,
assuming they're not targeting the kids either.
I thought it was celebratory. You just shooting in the air. Somebody was going wild, shooting in the air, and then the
Yeah.
bullets land. But no, they was like, no, this was an altercation, like that led to something. So that was pretty crazy.
Shit, if it was an adult, that nigga finna get
Hey,
80
man,
years
God-
plus
Yeah.
life.
bro, come
God
on,
bless
like-
them folks, man. Hope they get all the prayer and cover that they need, bro. 'Cause that's sad. Especially if it's some kids. I'm talking about some juveniles. That's
At a
sad.
parade.
Sad, bro.
At a parade. Y'all supposed to be celebrating the city and y'all out there shooting.
Give them double life.
No. If it's some kids, put their ass in the rehab program.
I don't want to
man.
hear
Get
that.
them-
That kid knew what he was
30
doing.
years.
If a nigga 16, give him double life. That's a grown man.
Yeah.
They
with a
gonna
switch.
They're gonna be done.
Shot 20.
You shot in a parade, bro. Like, I don't really know.
This
how-
ain't Call of Duty. You ain't in no headset. You
And
know what?
somebody
You know
died,
the
so they're
difference.
not getting out.
Yeah, somebody
Oh
died.
yeah, somebody
It's
died.
over with.
Yeah, bro.
Multiple
Then
people
you got to
wounded.
think about the victim's family and all right.
Yeah.
You can send the juvenile to you 18, and then we gonna transfer you out.
It's just sick, man. We need way much more security, though, man. They said no. Actually, I actually said no. Let me stop. The chief of police in Kansas City said they had hella law enforcement. on
800.
there. 800 law enforcement all throughout. So they were actually disappointed and mad. They were so mad at them. It was like they had over 800 law enforcement employed for that day, and they still had a shooting. So that's why they was just like, what the fuck? There's a lot of people out there, bro, and everything, and then kids is over here shooting in the back.
It's 800 of y'all. It's 40, 50,000 people out there. Like, what?
100,000 people.
What is 800 going to do?
And we
against
talking about
50,000?
800 cops. 300 of them is Paul Blart. Like, come on, them niggas not doing shit,
off
eating
rip.
donuts.
Off rip. They're nice. They're not.
They not all the black dude from Criminal Minds. The nigga in shape. Like, no.
Not
Robo,
looking like
no.
Rodney Coleman
No.
walking and chasing you
They not
down.
No, Rodney Coleman. They're not all Rodney. No.
They're not them live
That nigga
PD
said
officers.
Paul Blart, bro. That's hilarious.
not
Mission
wrong.
man.
No, that's a funny ass movie.
Don't let Atlanta win the Super Bowl. Ain't no telling what that parade gonna look like.
No. You remember what the parade was? Y'all remember what the parade was like when the Braves won? They was driving fast as fuck downtown.
That
it was
shit's funny
cold
as
as
fuck.
fuck. They was, bro. Whoever was driving the bus.
Was you at Tech when the Braves
No,
won?
I was a senior. It was my senior high school. But
that
nah,
was
we got.
senior, yeah.
I should have went because we had the day off. I
Why
really
you
should
ain't?
have went.
Bro,
Bro,
niggas was, bro, I'm talking
had
about
the
bro
day
was
off.
up in there really just driving, bro.
I know the next parade.
Driving
You
the
there for
parade. They,
sure.
was,
yeah.
they caught it on camera like that nigga was zooming. Whoever's driving the Braves bus, like, he's like, man, come on, it's cold. You know, we drive fast in the A area where we go. Like, That shit was dumb. But on a lighter note, we had the All-Star weekend this past week. All-Star weekend, the Celebrity All-Star Game, 3-point contest. How y'all feel about it? What was y'all input on that and everything?
This shit getting me.
I mean, like I said, me personally, I lost money on Alexander Volkanovski.
That's UFC. We talk about
No. This is what I'm saying. No, I wasn't watching the All-Star game. I was watching the fight. I had money on Alexander the Great.
And that right
You
hook.
sold me. You
That right-
saw that? Oh my God!
Broke that nigga neck.
Oh, bro, he
That nigga-
should have not fought Islam Makhachev, bro. That shit fucked him up, bro. Taking that short notice against Khabib, cousin, that I really feel like that. I ain't gonna say it ruined his legacy, but damn, bro, he shouldn't have did that.
lost two
Yeah,
back-to-back
yeah,
fights
yeah.
now.
Tell him keep his hands up.
200 lost on you, Alexander.
Tell him keep his hands
Dang.
up.
200, yeah.
Tell him
know
keep
you
his
was sick when
hands
he
up.
Bro, I was sick. And in the second round too,
We was at Dave and Buster's too. When it happened, I ran up to him. Oh!
And then he just won at bowling.
you wrong.
He was losing the whole bowling game, and then he just won out of
I
nowhere.
wasn't
Like,
losing.
Now
I
you
wasn't
losing.
losing.
bro, I don't understand it,
I
bro.
went last. They're a frame ahead. I already knew I was gonna win, and I told this fuck niggas he had no faith. What I tell you? I said 2 strikes in a row. I'm gonna catch a dub.
Y'all know we gotta give our shout out to our producer Zamar. But yeah,
What? He
Zamar,
didn't
he's
believe
not
in
a
me.
bowler.
Then I bowled 2 strikes, and that nigga Volkanovski got 2 strikes.
It was just a double whammy. It was just like a damn. I can't win for nothing. I'm losing on the lane. I'm losing
bad.
money.
You looked at the TV. That nigga both
See
on
that
the
ran
game.
up to me. I'm just.
The UFCs have been selling us. Usman reign is done. Volk reign is done. Izzy reign is done. You know,
I mean, you can't really be
all
under.
them been champions for like the last 2-3 years, so I can't really blame. It's just like
Only
bro,
one left
it's
is John.
John and Tyrese predicted Sean O'Malley whole run, so that's like
Yeah, I've been.
Hasn't he lost before, though?
He has. He has one like no contest though, because he had an injury in a fight, and so they had to give it to the other fight. That's who he's fighting again for the belt. When O'Malley about to fight soon? I think like next month or so. O'Malley
Yeah.
fights.
O'Malley gonna be like the next
forgot who, though.
biggest
He,
superstar for the
the,
UFC.
bro, who he had that injury with. He fighting him again. I forgot his name. Bro, I gotta look it up, but that's who he fighting again.
Random off topic. When you make it to the league, because you know you gonna make it to the league, would you do any like celebrity boxing? Like we see Frank Gore and them getting in the
I
ring.
took a boxing class one time and it was super fun. Like I would do it. Like for sure.
What if you get in there
I
with
gotta-
you get in there with Vince Wilfork?
Hell no.
Vince,
Vince.
I'm gonna have to straight out stamina Vince Wilfork. I'm not gonna lie.
It sound like you know the fighting game.
I was about to
bro.
say, he sound like he gonna get in there, you know.
Talking to you, it
Yeah.
sound like you
I'm
know
a
your
straight-
fighters a
straight
little
weave.
bit.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Another off topic thing. Just real quick, we're gonna get back to All-Star game. Who you got, Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia? I gotta ask you.
I gotta take Ryan. I got
Taking
to.
Ryan? Then
Hell
I
no.
don't even like Devin.
Hell
They
no.
know I don't like Devin. I feel like he should have lost against Lomachenko, but against Ryan,
Devin
I
finna-
gotta give Devin the
Devin
edge.
finna put the beats on that boy.
Devin's defense is just.
Ryan
too
is
technical.
underestimated, but
He too technical.
I gotta give props to that nigga. Know I don't like him. I still lost money on you, fuck nigga. But yeah, his defense is there though, so I gotta give him his props.
I can't wait to see it because it's like Ryan fought Javante and he's about to fight Devin. So
He
now
can't
we
lose
finna
to
see.
Devin,
but he
That
gonna
is
tell
true.
you he
Now
Now
gonna,
we finna
but
see
after
how.
he fight,
No,
him,
he's finna lose to both of them. But
but-
I want to see who's more dominant in the fight.
exactly. But even after he fight both of them, he gonna be able to tell you like, no, this nigga, he was definitely. On
You're
the
right.
level.
He can say shit like
Like,
that. That's
yeah.
really what it
Yeah.
He's
is.
definitely on
He
another
gonna walk
level.
out the ring with a black eye like, yeah, Devin hits harder.
A black eye and 20 million in his pocket.
That is
Shit.
true.
Yeah, like,
I do that too.
all right, my fault. What you thought about the 3-point contest?
Which one?
Steph
and Sabrina?
Yeah, we start with Steph and Sabrina. What you thought about Sabrina out there tying Dame?
She hooping.
She tied Dame.
Yeah.
What, Dame is what, arguably what, top 5 shooter of all time? She tied Dame and she shot from the 3-point line. I know people talking about some of the women's ball. and
Dame is
everything. I'm
known
not
for
trying to hear
top
that.
5 with range of all
Yeah, because if you a shooter, you a shooter. Like it's no. I don't want to hear about the ball, the line. That to
Yeah.
me, if you a shooter, you a shooter. So like I respect it. It's unfortunate she had to go up against the greatest of all time, but like I'm glad she at least put on and because that was really the goal of it. Like when they talked about that was really the goal, just making sure, or from her perspective, I guess they felt like they wanted to kind of get that dual competition so the women could get a little bit more respect in their game. So
Yeah.
I mean, And she did her job in that role, like
She
for
still,
sure.
she stood on business.
stamped it.
She stood on
And
business.
yeah, Caitlin Clark, yeah, you doing what she did, yeah, man, definitely she stamped it. Women are
She didn't go out there and put up 7
I'm saying,
wins.
I'm saying what Caitlin Clark just did this past week. He was saying how they stamped, trying to bring more light to women basketball and everything. I'm saying these women are definitely doing their
I
thing.
go to a women's college game. Them college games look lit.
sure.
WNBA, y'all gotta do a little.
We had the
something. Halftime
skills
show,
challenge and shit like that.
Oh my
The skills
God.
challenge, that shit is like way like easy. Like where I feel like I can go out there and do the shit. The
They weren't
videos,
making it look like that.
yeah, like it don't even seem hard no more. How much skill
I
you really
seen
gotta
that.
have to do it?
I seen a change in the skills games too.
Dwayne Wade is the best player to play in the skills challenge.
Were
They
you
used to
pulling?
be
I
so
seen it
fragile.
too.
Was you pulling it up on the thing?
I seen a change in the skill games too, like how like back in the day they used to be passing the ball in like this like
Little
big,
hole. Now
now
the
the shit
hole
big
is-
as hell. It's meant to be easy. Like what the hell? Pause.
This is off topic. I saw
Oh,
one
yeah, go to
comment.
that picture right there with the net, bro. Look how
I saw one comment. Bro was like, this is my,
2011.
that's
this is my,
2011.
Bro was like, this is my girl in 2014, and in 2024, he was like, this is my girl now.
Sheesh, hot dog in the hallway.
What the hell, bro? What
You didn't let your girl go to
I had to
Miami.
say that real quick. I just thought about that comment I saw real quick.
You didn't let your girl go to Miami with the Q's.
Bro, his family is gonna watch this interview, bro. Don't let me doing that, bro. His family gonna watch this
This is
interview.
hilarious, bro.
I told you, you gotta watch him, bro.
I didn't curse. I didn't say like what. She went to Miami with the
No, I was just
Q's.
looking for the picture because I remember you had showed
She had a wholesome week.
You know, sometimes we give CJ the whole show, then sometimes you gotta cut him short. Sometimes this is one of those episodes we gotta.
He like what's it called on Pivot?
No, he's the Charleston
He's like,
White
no,
of all.
he's right. You know, he's right.
Channing?
He's Channing Crowder.
No,
of
I'm
the show.
not, bro.
He's-
Shannon be saying some wild.
He's Channing
Wild.
Shannon be saying some
of
wild.
this show. He's
How you next to a nigga in a urinal and don't look over? What? No, I would never in life say no shit like that.
He be saying it with no shame. Like he just be saying like it's the most normal
no,
thing.
like no.
Like what? You don't got confidence
pause,
in your
you wouldn't
game?
know nothing. He
What?
like, yeah, come
Like,
to
what's
the.
wrong with you, bro?
He said, yeah, we should all go to the nudist island together. I said, what?
What?
No, the
Yeah,
show,
you're tapped
y'all got
in. You
that
know.
show with Kevin
Nah, I know
Hart
what you're
is-
talking about. You're talking about his wife.
Yeah, that show
And
with
he's like,
Kevin
yeah,
Hart.
me and my wife, we go, and it's a nudist colony, and everybody's nude, and we just look. And
I'd be like, Channing, bro.
He be like, we don't want to hear this, dude. Like,
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear that.
Guests be sitting up here like CJ. I remember he did it to CJ Stroud. Like CJ Stroud was on his head. That was too. CJ
No,
Stroud
but that
was on
dude
his
be
head,
he be
bro.
saying you're a very handsome fella. How is it with the women?
Like, what? That's what
That
he
nigga be doing shit like
Because
that.
CJ Stroud, he's like, he
There
was
it is
looking
right
at
there.
him
Thank
crazy.
you, Bryson. There it is right there. Bro, that shit, come on, bro.
And nigga said, "This is my girl in 2014. This is my girl now." I was like, "Yo." Oh look, it's right there. The comment is right there. This is the exact comment I was talking about. That's crazy. That is crazy.
El Mongo, I don't know what his name
Hey,
is.
I don't know what it is, but
appreciate
hey, you funny as hell,
Oh,
boy.
God.
That's that comment I was talking about.
Yeah, man, you gotta stop letting your girl go on spring break, man. That's the
Then
lesson.
you got fucking Jalen Brown dunking over fucking Kai, sitting in the chair. Like, come
Why
on.
do you have the shortest
Yeah,
nigga on
Kai
stream
about to
sit
cry
down?
on TV
That's what I'm
because Michael
saying.
Parsons dropped 37. Kai, I'm sorry, Ruby told you to drop 30 and you only had 2 points.
Kai, I'm
That
sorry
man
you
was
jumping up and down.
like a little kid.
Look at
They
this.
was not giving him the
He
ball.
jumping up and down and nobody's seen him.
bro.
Why are you jumping up and down? Nobody's seen you.
That is true.
Can we get some volume, gang?
He got Jason Tatum with his he got Jason Tatum throwing the oop to try to make it like
Like, what is that?
Did he cover his face at the?
he tried to dab. Are they booing?
They was booing all night.
Did he say that was all right? Why is he sitting down? I don't get it. He didn't even jump over this nigga for real.
That's a regular dunk in a game because he barely even got up to the rim.
What was that?
That's not even a regular dunk. I could do that off the
And
Zob.
then he put the tongue out like he was Jordan. Like,
Look, Jason Tatum didn't even do shit.
nigga, I know he didn't get that high.
Didn't nobody
Like,
clap? Look.
He should've jumped over
this nigga
Kai
right here,
standing.
this white dude, Mac McClung, better dunker than all of these niggas.
Yes, they was
48.
giving him 48 for like, bro.
48 is
Better
wild.
than all of them niggas. They gave him a 47 mid.
Kai should have been standing up, bro.
He tapped him on the knee. Come on.
Right.
He said, "Come on,
already knew it
man.
was up.
Come on harder than that next time." Pause.
It's not yours.
Like a lot of that shit's
They
booth.
just giving it to him, bro.
Like a lot of that shit booth. They
The
need to
best
put.
part about that shit was the court changing. That was
They need
the
to
court
put
was
some-
changing and the effects and shit out there.
I hated it. I'm not gonna lie.
That shit was live from a viewer standpoint, but I can see playing on it. Like y'all would probably hate that shit. You didn't like it on the court though.
I mean, it was
looked
smooth.
cheesy.
It got a little too much.
It looked cheesy,
yeah,
right?
It got a little too much.
That shit fuck with my epilepsy. I'm about to have a seizure in the room on the blunt. About to burn myself. What the fuck? All these colors they got. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. All-Star and Pro Bowl, they kind of going a similar, like,
What you mean?
they kind of falling off year by year.
Oh,
like
yeah.
The competition, like,
I will say though, it's kind of tough because it's like, what more can you do? You feel me? Like
Yeah.
it's, especially like dunk contests. I feel like it's gonna be a point. Like
we need
10
to
years-
get them street dunkers, them pro
Yeah,
dunkers
yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
We need,
They used to have a show. They used to be on TNT and everything.
Kill
Them dudes
Gannon.
used to be
What's his name? Kill Gannon. Something.
I don't
Kill
know.
Gannon.
Mr.
Yeah, Kill
720
Gannon.
and stuff. Like dudes that really gonna dunk and go crazy. Like you need people out there like that. The NBA
It's
shooters.
people doing that. It's people doing that. And the All-Star game is mid. The defense is mid. Anthony Edwards went out there and said it himself. He said, it's an All-Star game. What do I care about the field goal percentage?
The Globe Trotters out there had them out there for the skills. Had them really out there doing some shit that's gonna have
And then
people.
make it hard again.
Yeah.
Because skill challenge used to be one of the best things to watch. Like actually, it used to be, to me at least.
Or make it like the in-season tournament. Offer them that bag. Offer them a little bag and a little incentive.
You get the money to play. You get
just
money.
bring the one-on-one tournament, bro.
Three-
Remove the dunk contest.
King of the court.
Bring the one-on-one. King of
That
the
would be
court.
tough.
$1 million.
Three dribbles, one possession.
$1 million.
Come on, run it.
Who we got? I got Kyrie.
I got KD. Who was guarding KD? 7 feet. Buckets.
Shit, we seen the USAA 1v1 drills, 3 dribbles.
KD was cooking them.
Nah, Paul George won. Ironically.
Paul George
did
bucket.
win. Yeah,
Paul George a bucket.
But don't forget, KD be cooking in them.
He was out there too. I mean, but they're all NBA players. Devin Booker had hella buckets.
Yeah.
Kyrie had hella buckets. Who else was out there cooking?
Harden
I think that was it.
Harden had some nice shit too.
Yeah, but he was in the 5-on-5. That was the year Kobe was there too. He came down the court.
Yeah.
Start playing.
Yeah. All right, but before we get up out of here, the last thing I want to ask y'all, you know, now is that it's after the All-Star break, basketball is finna get serious and everything. Are y'all sticking with y'all picks? Who y'all riding with to win it all?
I think I said when we first started
I
shooting
picked Milwaukee.
podcasts,
Milwaukee looks fucking horrible right now. I just want to point out, ever since
I
hiring
picked
Doc Rivers.
I think you go back to like episode like 9 or 10 or some shit like that. I picked the Celtics to win it all. And Celtics
You
are
said
still
Celtics.
Celtics are still top.
He
in
said
the
Lakers,
East now.
right?
The Celtics
Yeah,
are not
he's-
winning shit. I fuck with
said-
the Lakers though.
He said Lakers.
I said Milwaukee. Milwaukee is, but I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like the Clippers gonna shock the world though.
It's not gonna be a shocker. They have a loaded
Yeah, it
team.
wouldn't be a shocker. but it's
No,
like
no,
playoff
y'all
James
can't do
Harden.
that. Y'all
No,
can't
we
do
do
that.
the brother organization.
Cause when Harden went there, y'all was
That
like
is
Harden
true.
just gonna ruin this team. Y'all thought they was
I didn't
piss
say
poor.
that. I
Y'all
never
thought
said that.
Kawhi. I didn't say you. I said y'all. As a whole.
That was on niggas on ESPN.
I definitely, I
said
didn't think that would work personally.
But
But
people
even
thought,
so, I
people
think
thought them.
it's,
Oh, go ahead.
I think it's gonna be tough in the playoffs too, because like, who's really gonna be like? I don't know. First of all, they all got to play every game. Like that low, like I
Harden
don't know
needs
how
to
you
come off
load
the
manage
bench.
him.
Them niggas got 3 of the top 10,
Kawhi has
15
been playing
players.
out of
in the
his
league.
fucking mind.
If
this
Kawhi
year,
keep
like-
playing like that, and he really locking, because you know Kawhi, I feel like Kawhi
Robot.
every 3 years he just his body evolved. He just plays.
Say if they on the court together, like they should be straight. But it's because to me, James Harden's so overrated to me, like as an all time player. But that's a whole nother thing. Just because like he get in the playoffs, just what are you doing? But
No,
now-
I know. I'm in Houston. I grew up in Houston.
Yeah,
Rockets.
we
know.
We from Houston, so
We
we know.
know. James is what he did for Houston. We thank him, but what did happen to us? Yeah,
James in Houston, they call him
He's supposed
James.
to play Braun
That's
in
not
that
James. That's
2018
James.
Finals, bro.
that was supposed to be Braun, bro.
versus James.
We was
that would have been lit too.
0 for 27 from the 3-point line. I still can't think about that.
That boy turned into a nice
I was
SpongeBob.
just
For
watching
27.
that
How did Mike
the other
D'Antoni
day.
get another coaching job?
I will
after
say though,
that?
the refs was that was a horrible. Like some of them threes that they was missing, like it was a good 8 or 9 of them that was probably fouls. But I mean, you can't. I don't care. There's no excuse. There's no
Curry
excuse.
hit that shot, bro, and they hit that 3. They came back on that lead
Bang!
in Houston, and they was hassling and
Niggas started
heckling
going
Curry
crazy.
White because she got a restaurant in Houston. Man, he hit that 3 on us. Bro, that was the end of the Rockets right there.
Then they came
That was
on
as
the court.
close as we got in the Western Conference Finals.
I'm a Bron fan, so I was just sick because I already knew once the Warriors made the finals, I'm like, yeah, it's over with. there's no
It
chance.
seems like everybody that's under like the age of 22, like for sure, they are a Braun fan no matter what.
Yeah, that's who they grew up watching.
But I say it's literally.
It's real, recognized real, bro.
What
Since
do
I've
you
been a kid, it's just straight LeBron every year.
what do you, what do you think
LeBron.
about Kobe Bryant? Don't. It's been a great interview. Don't make the interview go south.
What do I?
He just said since he been alive, every year it's been LeBron,
I know.
LeBron. So I feel him on that. It's like where kids at probably now. Like niggas don't think Patrick Mahomes. If you was born in 03, 04,
You don't even
nigga, you
care
missed
about
Brady's
Brady.
first 2 or 3
You don't
rings.
even, you don't even care about Brady.
You don't even care. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you right. To your point, that's all you seen. Cause when I was growing up, when I was born, them niggas all they was talking about was Michael, and all I seen was Kobe. And so seeing LeBron.
What was his first finals? 2011? Or in Miami, the first finals in Miami.
2010.
Don't forget the one that
Oh, no,
you talking about the
2011.
first
No, you're right.
07,
You're right.
the first one.
2011.
I
2011.
would say first one in Miami because 07 I was like 3. So when I remember actually watching sports, that was the first one was probably like 2011. So I was like 6, 7. And then think about I'm 6, 7.
Wait, bro.
How old are you? 19,
I'm
20?
19.
This nigga 19,
bro.
This nigga not even old enough to drink.
We got a 19.
We was cussing,
Nigga
talking about.
said-
I was
I
talking about.
thought
Bro was at least
talking about
20,
bitches on
21 the
spring
way he
break.
was conducting the interview and everything.
Oh God, I
you
thought
got
you
good
was like
head on your
21,
shoulders, boy.
22. No, it's been a great interview though, Brandon. We appreciate you coming on, man.
Appreciate y'all.
You gotta
man.
ask him the question that we always
Oh,
ask,
oh,
even though you only
oh, it's
19
Oh,
and you just getting started and everything. What do you want to be remembered by before you leave this podcast? Like, what's something you want to be remembered by?
Probably how I treat people. For sure. Because I mean, everything else, like, not that it don't matter, but to me that's probably the biggest thing that anybody could remember you by. Like, that's if I'm, like I'm looking at somebody else talk about me from their own perspective, like that's gonna be the first thing they remember more than likely if they knew who I was. So, yeah.
That's what's up, bro. Hey, man, we appreciate you coming on, man. You got good head on your shoulders. You got All-in-1 supporting you this upcoming season, man. Y'all keeping tabs with Georgia Tech this year, man. All-in-1, man. Episode 33.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. and
Listen
you
to us
might
on
be able to come
Spotify,
on one day.
Amazon.